You're watching ABC 7 News at 4, starting with First Alert Weather.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Thanks for joining us here at ABC 7 News at 4. We're starting off with weather, and we're seeing some pretty nice beach weather right now. Holmes Beach webcam showing some folks out there enjoying the sunshine and mild temperatures. Highs were in the low 80s to mid 80s up and down the coast, and pretty sunny out there. We have a few clouds coming in from the Gulf of Mexico right now, and a fast approaching storm system will bring us changes on Friday. And then a beautiful weekend, especially Sunday expected. Much cooler weather is on the way. 80 degrees right now. We have sunshine. That's 74% on the humidity. And the west-southwest wind at 8 has started to cool things down within a couple of miles of the beach because of that sea breeze that's kicked in. The dew point temperature pretty high for this time of year at 71. So we'll expect a warm and muggy overnight in advance of that cold front. And then for Friday, a good chance for showers and a few thunderstorms. We have a couple of different times. We'll see some morning showers possible and then late afternoon and evening as the actual cold front moves through. And yes, especially Sunday, as I mentioned, high temperatures will be in the 70s as opposed to the 80s, it looks like. We'll talk more about that later. You can see that rain already moving into the Panhandle, and the actual cold front still back there toward near New Orleans. We have a little prefrontal activity out ahead of it. We could see a few showers later on tonight, maybe after midnight for the most part, a 30% chance for a few overnight showers in the mix as that activity is moving off to the northeast, but still a long way off. So your evening planner, if you have any outdoor activities, not a problem. It looks like it's going to stay dry. Temperatures into the mid-70s. It will be warm, though, and it will be muggy. We'll have the details on our weekend weather, show you what's going to be happening with that front, and also take a look at the tropics. There's something trying to develop out there in the Atlantic. More on that in just a few minutes. Jacqueline, Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Now to our top story. A plan is coming together in the city of Venice to invest in a way to track dangerous weather, specifically thunderstorms.
ABC 7's Rebecca Fernandez joins us live now from Wellfield Park with details on how the city is hoping to do this. Rebecca?
Jacqueline, Scott, well, the safety plan has been in the works for more than a year, but there still is not an official decision. But now the city of Venice has narrowed its plan. They want to get a lightning alert system for 3 of its parks, and that is able to alert anyone using those parks when dangerous weather is coming. The alert will tell people to stop playing and head indoors. And the plan is to alert everyone at Wellfield, Chuck Ryder, Heckscher parks all at once, and for them not to rely on individual weather apps. And tonight at 5:30, I'll tell you why city officials and many parents think this is necessary throughout the city and how much it'll cost them. For now, live in Venice, Rebecca Fernandez, ABC 7, your Suncoast News. Back to you guys.
All right, Rebecca, thank you. Venice has closed the South Jetty Walkway to complete some repairs from the damage caused by Hurricane Michael. The parking lot at Humphreys Park and Jetty Jack's concessions, though, will remain open. Those repairs should take just a few days. A Florida man has been arrested for a hit-and-run crash that killed 3 electrical workers. John Gotke of Tampa is now facing manslaughter charges. Troopers say the 3 linemen were working to restore power that was knocked out by Hurricane Michael were hit by a vehicle overnight in the Panhandle. Troopers say after the crash, the driver took off on foot. He was arrested a short time later. One of the linemen died at the scene. 2 others were rushed to the hospital where they died from their injuries. A Florida man is accused of making nearly $58,000 from fraudulent disaster assistance claims following 3 major storms. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Jacksonville says Lepion Spikes was arrested on 5 counts of wire fraud involving fraudulent applications made to FEMA. An indictment says Spikes received $24,000 for rental assistance after Tropical Storm Debbie in 2012, another $12,000 from Hurricane Matthew in 2016, and finally $20,000 after last year's Hurricane Irma. Jacqueline joins us now with a sweeping investigation into several attempted bomb attacks.
Scott, there is a nationwide manhunt for the person responsible for sending those pipe bomb packages. The FBI, Secret Service, and ATF are all involved after someone targeted former presidents, high-profile Democratic political figures, and even CNN. Federal authorities are now looking into an 8th suspicious package sent to former Vice President Joe Biden. The targets are all outspoken critics of President Trump. The FBI has released images of that homemade device asking for the public's help.
They have a lot to work with. You have maybe a half a dozen bombs that could give you forensic information, DNA, fingerprints, sophistication or lack thereof of the bomb.
There's now an increased police presence throughout New York City as authorities scramble to find out where these packages are coming from. President Trump has condemned the attacks, calling for unity and civil discourse. The number of migrants marching north toward the United States is growing. Thousands of migrants are in southern Mexico heading toward the U.S. President Trump, speaking at a Wisconsin rally last night, says that caravan will be stopped.
Wait till you see what happens over the next couple of weeks. You're going to see a very secure border. You just watch. Just watch. Very secure. And the military is ready.
As U.S. officials engage in talks with Mexico about how to handle that upcoming situation, a second caravan made up of about 2,000 people also trekking toward America. Meanwhile, President Trump is not the only one talking tough about those migrants. Republican House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy told a North Dakota radio station that the caravans might be politically motivated. Meanwhile, Defense Secretary James Mattis is expected to deploy at least 800 military troops to the U.S.-Mexico border. They will assist Border Patrol authorities in preventing those Central American migrants from entering the United States. The plan is for them to provide fencing, wall materials, and other technical support. The troops will also provide tents and medical care for border authorities. They are expected to be in position by next week. The attorney who defended George Zimmerman in the fatal shooting of Trayvon Martin has joined the legal team of a former Lakeland City Commissioner. Michael Dunn is charged with fatally shooting a man he accused of shoplifting. Mark O'Mara joined Dunn at a hearing this morning seeking a pretrial release from jail. Well, Scott has more on the current status of a software project with the Manatee County School District. Scott?
Jacqueline, the Manatee County School Board approving spending $260,000 to correct problems with the district's business management system. The company hired to implement Manatee's new enterprise resource planning software has agreed to start fixing dozens of problems. Those problems began back in July when the new planning system went live. Glitches caused issues with the ordering of supplies and the district's payroll. Vice President Mike Pence surveying the damage done by Hurricane Michael in Panama City today. During his visit, he said Tyndall Air Force Base will be rebuilt. Other buildings on the base, older ones, were demolished, while newer structures were in need of substantial repair now. Florida Senator Bill Nelson, who sits on the Senate Armed Forces Committee, said that fears that Tyndall will close are, in his opinion, unfounded. He said that Tyndall is a strategic location for its training mission. Coming up, a new color could soon be added to Florida state highway alerts that involve hit-and-run crashes. Plus, why a man dubbed the French Spider-Man was taken into custody after performing a daredevil stunt in London. And a hearing-impaired school custodian gets a priceless birthday gift from his students.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
To be able to just get my son here and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
The world is a beautiful place again.
Join the Voices for Recovery. For confidential information for mental and substance use disorders, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Northport police are looking for the driver who smashed into a parked semi and then took off. Police say they spotted the vehicle with its front end smashed in around 10 o'clock last night. It was parked on East Price Boulevard. Police say the driver struck a parked semi-tractor trailer that was unoccupied and then left the car behind. Police are now trying to track down that vehicle's owner. People throughout Florida are trying to add a new color to the traffic alert system. Mothers Against Drunk Driving, or MADD, hopes the state will adopt a new yellow alert that would notify people when a major hit-and-run crash has happened in that area. Advocates for the alert say it would work like a silver or an amber alert. They hope that when a hit-and-run crash happens with serious injuries or death, an alert would be sent out and then everyone in that area could be on the lookout for the vehicle. MADD also proposes that the alert would be sent to every paint shop, body shop, and garage in the area in case the driver goes there to fix up the vehicle. Advocates say after the November election, they hope to ask a representative to write up the bill. And coming up at 6, we'll hear from local police about why they think this alert could be beneficial. Let's get back to Jacqueline now in the newsroom for a look at what's trending today.
Scott, a daredevil climber has scaled one of England's tallest buildings. Take a look. Alan Robert climbed Heron Tower today. That tower stands at 755 feet tall, including its mast. Robert climbed it without wires and only using his hands and some chalk to help improve his grip. It took him about 40 minutes to get to the top. He has now been dubbed the French Spider-Man by many across the world. However, the City of London police actually arrested him shortly after this for causing a public nuisance. According to his manager, Robert has free climbed 160 skyscrapers to date. Well, kindergarteners in Tennessee surprised a hearing-impaired custodian on his 60th birthday. The Hickerson Elementary School nurse and teachers helped those students learn to sign the happy birthday song. James Anthony said he was touched by that performance. He's been working for the Coffee County School District since 1991, with 15 of those while he was at Hickerson Elementary. Check out this teeny tiny octopus. Some marine biologists found it along with some plastic debris at a national park in Hawaii. It's kind of cute. It grows to the size of only a golf ball and weighs no more than 3 ounces. One of the scientists actually ended up releasing the octopus into a safe area. And an Ohio police officer witnessed 2 deer duking it out right in front of his patrol car. Take a look. It was all caught on dash camera in Blue Ash, Ohio, just north of Cincinnati. The officer spotted a buck on a neighborhood street, and then shortly after, another showed up and that fight was on. The video was shared on the police department's Facebook page along with this quote, "Normally, BAPD would not tolerate fighting in the street, but we thought it was best to let nature take its course in this instance." Let's send it back to Scott in the studio for a look at today's consumer news. Scott.
Jacqueline, our personal data is being used against us as a weapon. That's what Apple CEO Tim Cook told a privacy conference put together by the European Union. And he's now calling on U.S. lawmakers to put together a comprehensive privacy law that follows the example of the one recently passed in Europe. UPS says it's gearing up for the holidays. More airplanes and automation are being put in place to help avoid the bottlenecks that slowed down deliveries just as the season was ramping up. UPS officials say the changes will let it sort 350,000 more packages per hour than it could last year. Hershey Kisses will soon cost you a little bit more money. The candy company is planning to raise the prices of a fifth of its products. Hershey says the prices will go up about 2.5%. Hershey's is one of many companies getting squeezed by rising commodity and shipping costs. It hopes higher prices will offset those costs without scaring away customers. The changes go into effect sometime next year. And looking ahead, if you have some unwanted or expired medications, you can get rid of them safely this weekend. Sarasota Police Department, Sarasota County Sheriff's Office, and other area law enforcement agencies are taking part in National Drug Take-Back Day. On Saturday from 10 to 2, you can drop off those pills for disposal in the front lobby at SPD or at the Sheriff's Office's headquarters. Let's get back now to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for our first alert forecast.
Scott, I'm looking forward to this weekend as we're going to see a real taste of fall, especially on Sunday. It's going to be gorgeous out there with really low humidity, just beautiful. Looks beautiful right here from the Van Wezel webcam, looking out over the bay right there. Beautiful skies and pretty calm conditions out in the waters. The seas are going to pick up tomorrow, and rip currents will be an issue for beachgoers, so keep that in mind throughout the day on Friday and even into Saturday. I do believe we'll still see some problems with that, but nice sunset expected tonight. We have a few clouds off in the distance, but should be okay. As far as the storm system goes, we're watching this area of low pressure now moving through the Plain States. There's another low right here near New Orleans, and this is all moving to the east right now and will continue to do so throughout the day on Friday, bringing with it a cold front, a chance for showers, yes, even a few thunderstorms. Now, the thunderstorms will be possible later on tomorrow evening as the front actually works its way through and out ahead of it. But we could see some showers in the morning as well out ahead of the front. Sometimes we get a little line of showers developing. We're starting to see that already. Behind it, much cooler air will filter in behind this system and bring us down below average for high temperatures on Saturday, but more so on Sunday, and you'll notice it on Monday morning as well. Well, here's the Futurecast. So we take you through time. This is at 6 a.m. tomorrow, so a few showers are possible, mainly light rain and nothing too significant in terms of any kind of rough weather. And as we move the map, you'll see that area of low pressure tracking well to the north, so that's where the stronger cells will be in the Carolinas and stretching off over North Florida. We may see a little break in the action during the midday, and then as the football games start, if there are some around, we'll see some showers and storms as this system continues to push to the southeast. The actual cold front will move through on Friday evening, and then there's some residual moisture left behind. A little bit of northwest wind will pick up some moisture in the Gulf of Mexico and keep us in some cloudiness on Saturday morning. You'll see that, again, this is Saturday at 3 a.m. Still a lot of clouds out there in the Gulf of Mexico, despite the fact the front will be through us. Those winds will be pretty brisk out of the northwest, which will allow us to see some clouds. That's why I think Sunday will be the better of the 2 days. Still, Saturday is not a washout, but there could be a few morning showers on Saturday, and then things looking pretty good for Saturday evening. Well, the Titan radar picture showing quite a bit of rainfall moving into the Panhandle. Unfortunately, where they're doing the cleanup after Michael, there's going to be some moderate to heavy rainfall there through this evening. And then behind this front, some cooler air will settle in across most of the southeast. This is just one of a series of cold fronts that will be moving through over the next couple of days. Right now, the live Titan radar picture showing some activity along the east coast, not much along the immediate west coast. You can see some rainfall over the Panhandle and just offshore of the Sun Coast. A few showers are popping up here and there, pushing to the east. I don't think that rain's going to be an issue tonight. You have some soccer practice or some activity outdoors tonight. Should not be a problem. You can see we have some showers mainly. I don't think we'll see the lightning, but we'll see some rainfall in the morning, as I mentioned, up until about 10, a little break in the action, and then showers and storms coming back later in the afternoon and evening. I think we should, again, look for some storms to be around in the evening as well. That wind flow, although it's been out of the east, it's going to switch around now to the southwest and stay out of the west, pretty brisk too, and that's the reason why I think we'll see some rip current problems along the area beaches for us on Friday and into Saturday as well. Now, Saturday morning, they'll start to subside somewhat, but still the wave action will be coming in from the Gulf of Mexico, so it could be an issue. Boaters beware, more than likely small craft advisories for us tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and into Saturday morning. Well, there's not a lot of moisture to work with, but we will see, as I said, some rainfall for us on and through Friday at times. Now, we are watching the disturbance way out there in the Atlantic. This is going to be moving off to the north, so not a big issue for that as it heads to the north. Let's get a look at the forecast. For boating, winds will be picking up tomorrow. We'll see those out of the, as I said, west at around 10 to 15 knots, up to 20 knots at times. 60% chance for showers and a few thunderstorms. I mentioned the storms in the afternoon and evening. Slight chance for a few morning showers on Saturday. Look at the temperature on Sunday. Lots of sunshine, 78, nice. 60 for a start there. and looking pretty good for Monday as well. Be sure to download the ABC7 weather app, which, by the way, does track lightning. It tracks storms. It gives you alerts. If there's any warnings or watches for your immediate area, it will alert you to that. And we also have updated videos that we put together. If something's threatening our area, we'll let you know if anything's happening as far as those storms go. So again, just go to your app store and do a search for WWSB First Alert Weather.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Well, Super Typhoon U2, which you showed us on satellite yesterday, very impressive, powerful storm, is now on its way to Southeast Asia after devastating part of the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. The powerful storm tore off roofs, it downed trees and power lines in the Marianas. This is our first look at the damage there, and you can see it. It is catastrophic. The ports and other points are inaccessible, and emergency crews are working to help people who need to leave their homes and move into shelters.
When it moved through, U2 had winds up to 180 mile an hour and into the Mariana Islands weeks after Typhoon Magcut caused President Trump to issue major disaster declarations for the islands. The powerful storm is now heading, as you said, toward the Philippines and Taiwan, possibly arriving there by the middle of next week. So it has a long way to go, and it's still a very potent storm.
That's amazing to see there. All right. Thank you, Bob. Still to come, zookeepers on Florida's East Coast are busy looking after its newest addition to the giraffe herd.
I'm Linda Carson from Suncoast View. Coming up Friday morning live at 9, we'll tell you where to find the scariest and the funniest Suncoast Halloween events. Life is a cabaret at the Manatee Performing Arts Center. We'll get a preview of their new show. And Michael's on East is going to be in our kitchen. That's all coming up Friday morning live at 9.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you, with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now. In one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TruStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
There's a new baby at the Brevard Zoo, and it's probably already taller than you. The Brevard Zoo spokeswoman says that giraffe was born October 19 to 18-year-old Johari and 20-year-old Rafiki. The newborn weighed in at 158 pounds and was already 6 feet tall. Hill says the unnamed calf will remain with his mother behind the scenes for a few weeks before making a public appearance in the zoo's Expedition Africa exhibit. Spokesperson says 8 of the zoo's 9 giraffe belong to the Maasai subspecies, which is native to Tanzania and southern Kenya. All right, let's get back to Jacqueline in the newsroom for a look at some of the other stories we're working on for you.
Scott, last month we told you about a contractor who customers say disappeared with thousands of their dollars. Coming up tonight at 5, we'll have details on the arrest of that Sarasota paving company owner. And tonight at 6, in our Watching Your Wallet special report, we'll give you an inside look into the secrets to using credit card points to travel for free. We'll also introduce you to a Virginia man who took his entire family on a $4,000 trip to Disney and only paid $150. Plus, a NerdWallet financial expert will also walk us through the step-by-step guide to choosing the right credit card rewards programs to help save money on flights. Let's check back in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a final look at our forecast this 4 o'clock hour. Bob?
Very frugal right there. Mostly fair and mild tonight. If you're going to be walking on the beaches, have a little stroll. A sunset should be nice. We'll have a west to southwest wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour, and sunset will be right at 6:53. It was beautiful last night. Just a few clouds around. You can see this frontal system approaching. There may be a little bit more cloudiness around as well for this sunset, but we'll look for generally fair skies near the coast, some clouds off in the Gulf, a few showers along the east coast. As this warm front continues to move northward, we'll see the approaching cold front. That will have some changes for us for the weekend. We'll have the rain tomorrow and then a cooler weekend ahead. We're going to have details on that coming up at 5. But right now, a live sweep of the radar. Not showing any rainfall around, so things looking pretty good on that. And some showers well offshore, about 110 miles or so west of the Sun Coast, so they have a long way to go before they reach us, and it looks like that won't happen until after midnight mainly. Current conditions, we have sunshine, 80 degrees, and pretty nice out there. Dew point is a little higher, so warm and muggy night. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Thank you for joining us on ABC 7 News at 4. We invite you back in about 30 minutes.